How good is
In
Snake?
four though, in four, in four.
Yeah.
Stupendous,
How
yeah, he was good too. So it kind of went back and forth. But
how,
I felt very comfortable in that matchup. Yeah.
how good is Snake? So we don't see him much in season two. He got. I played Geef in four, and Snake got picked up when Geef was top tier. That like he started getting noticed when the Green Hand in the beginning of Ultra, the like Green Hand was too good. They like changed Ultra, but like Geef was the only character that got nerfed because the Green Hand was just so good, and Snake was winning a lot of tournaments. And then Green Hand got nerfed at the end of Ultra, but he was still a fantastic player. Have you run into him in Street Fighter Five? That matchup's in your favor. It wasn't four, isn't five, but how good is Snake Eyes and Stupendous? And how do you do in the Geef sim matchup?
The crazy thing, I haven't. I don't think I've ever had the chance to play Snake Eyes in five. He doesn't go as much to Wednesday night fights as he used to, and I don't think I've run into him in any major, so I haven't really had the chance to ever play him. But Stupendous, I mean, he's there like usually weekly, and I'll run into him, and I've been doing pretty good all through season one. I think I did pretty good.
Nice.
I always felt comfortable. I was like, okay, Geef, and he would be like, oh, why do I gotta play you? And I would do pretty well. I felt comfortable in the matchup, but then I think last week is when he got me. He got me last week, so it was just recently. So I'm holding that L right now. Um, so I'm a little salty, but you know it's because I'm not used to losing the Geef. But
Right.
yeah, he's got some stuff now. You know, it's been spent a lot of work with Geef, and it's kind of scary. You know, you can't make too many mistakes. So I'm still. I know it's in my favor. I just can't.
Well, season two, Geef is
Can't.
crazy. It's a little crazy. I don't know if you heard, but Daigo said he's top two. Daigo's like, Geef is the second best character in the game, which is insane. But I mean,
I don't know. I was playing it, and I was like, he feels a little different, maybe, but you know, I don't know. Maybe we'll
right.
see. Like I made a couple
It's
mistakes,
still
and I was
early,
like,
right?
yeah, it's still very early.
Um, Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say something about Geef and Snake, and yeah, Snake got a sponsorship and then he disappeared. But then again, Geef disappeared. They didn't even put Geef in five until season two. He has been like non-existent, so it's cool that he's around. Let's talk about next year, this year, I guess. Let's talk about 2017 year travel plans. What? So you make it to SCR because it's close to home, West Coast Warzone, right? But are there any other tournaments you're planning on going to? Are you gonna make it NorCal Regionals, Evo? Where are we gonna see you at this year?
Yeah, I definitely gonna go to Evo. NorCal Regionals is another tournament I plan on going to because that's not too far. I can definitely drive up there. And then I just registered for Genesis 4, which is in 2-3 weeks. I think
Is
the
that coming up?
21st. Yeah, I think it's coming up. I think it's the 21st. I think it's a Smash Brothers event, but Street Fighter 5 is a side event there,
Sure.
and I think it has like $1,000 pot bonus, and there's a good amount of
Nice.
people going. So I'm pretty excited for that. So that's gonna be my first major of the year. So I'm pretty excited. I feel like I need to practice a little bit, maybe like tighten up some stuff, but I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I haven't been to a major since I think Brooklyn Beatdown. So, oh no,
Yeah.
SCR. I'm sorry, SCR.
Okay, yeah, yeah. SEO. SEO where you beat my boy.
Acento circunflejo.
Huge
Punto
shout out to my
acento
boy Alpha B,
circunflejo.
subscribed for 10 months. Thank you, Alpha B. I appreciate you, brother. Evo, SCR. What about international tournaments? Have you ever been to one? Have you been out of the States and played?
I have not actually. No, I have not. I just recently got my passport maybe in the middle of last year, like July. So now that I have my passport, I'm willing to try to maybe travel down south, maybe go somewhere
Sure.
down there, maybe like one of those tournaments, or
That would be
possibly,
cool.
get anywhere else. Yeah,
Yo, what
now I
about
can explore that.
Evo Japan 2018?
That would be sick.
Have you
That
ever
would
been
be
to Japan?
Never, never.
Yeah, me neither.
Have
I'm
you
excited
been to
though.
Japan?
No. So
No.
I got flown. I was sponsored towards the end of Street Fighter 4, and I got flown to hype spotting in Scotland, which was fucking incredible. Yeah, I got to travel to Scotland, and it was super fun. I enjoyed myself, but now I have this like bucket list. Like I have to go to Japan. You know what I mean? I've got to go to somewhere in like South America. I want to travel more, and hopefully video games can take us places. Like how cool is that, right? That you're getting to see the world and play video games. It's unreal.
Honestly, going to New York to play at the Brooklyn Beatdown, it was my first time on a plane. So
No shit, really?
it's just, yeah, my first time on a plane. So that whole experience really changed my perspective on things, and just like how New York is similar to LA in some ways, but in other ways it was different. And I always wanted to go to New York, and I'm a huge pizza fan. So all the pizza spots there that I've always dreamt of going to, I was able to go to, and
How was it? Was it
I was
good?
able to kind of I just felt like I was just somewhere new, and it was refreshing, and I like that so much. So I definitely want to try to do that more often this year. I feel like that's like a little goal of mine, to try to go to more tournaments and maybe go somewhere different, somewhere I haven't been.
You should. You definitely should if you can
Yeah.
afford it, or if we can get you sponsored. Anybody watching, hit this man up. Best awesome in North America. How was the pizza? Was it top tier? Was the pizza all you expected in New York?
It's better, man. I didn't want to admit it because I'm West Coast all the way, but it's better here. Like, it's fresher. Like, I try to explain it. It's just fresher. Like, everything I had out there, it wasn't like super greasy. It just tasted delicious, and it's better. And I went to the first pizza place ever in America. It's called Lombardi's,
Uh huh.
and they have like the original margarita style pizza, and that was really good too. So it was just
That's
top
cool.
notch. Yeah, and even this little pizza spot, like right around the corner from an Airbnb I was staying at, it was called like Little Italy Pizza. It was phenomenal. I just had that, and we went back to the place and just like watched some Netflix, and it was
Nice.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you. We got to get you traveling. Let's talk about season two goals. Let's see what goals. Oh. Before we do season two goals, because we sort of touched on that with traveling to tournaments, the new characters. So we've seen the silhouettes for how many? Is there 4 or 5 silhouettes for the
I think
characters?
five. I
Yeah.
think there's five. Yeah.
Is there anything you're hoping for season two characters? Is there? Do you want another yoga practitioner? Another? Talk to me.
Well, honestly, my hopes are kind of crushed because I played Sakura in four, so I was really hoping she would come in five because I know she would be played a little bit different, but at
Mhm.
least I know I really like the character. So if she did come in five, I would definitely give her a shot right away, and then maybe I can have that same two-person combination I had in four, where I'm playing Dalsum, and then maybe Sakura to cover other matchups. But when they said it was five new characters, I was just like, oh man, like okay, maybe season three, I guess. But in the meanwhile, like I'm still going with Dawson. But
Yeah.
we'll see
What?
how these new characters are, and maybe they'll have a style I might
What,
like.
yeah, I was gonna say, what potentially would you want to see though? Like, so Sakura sort of had like a good pressure game, but not a ton of health. Sort of interesting, like stubby fireball, fantastic light kick. Like, what would you
Yeah,
want? You get to design a
yeah, her
character.
low forward
Capcom
was
calls you up.
really good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I really love the fact that I can whip punish with low forward, uppercut, and then go in and then start creating offense. Once I pushed them to the corner, they had to start guessing, and then now
it,
you're in my blender, you know. But
it was
I like
gross.
that aspect, and I get that a little bit with Mika. I guess that's probably why that's why I like playing her so much because I know that once I have someone in the corner, I can kind of do the same thing. But um, I
So
don't
so
know. I'm
Capcom
not really sure.
Capcom gets you on the horn. They're like, Jesse, we need your help. We got to design another character. Do you want another yoga practitioner? Do you want something different? Do you want a girl character, a guy character? What are you hoping for?
Oh man, that's tough. I don't
I
know
know.
because I felt lucky because I know that there's people out there who used to play a character that's not in his game. Like there's people who used to play Honda and they can't get that Honda, you know. And then
Sure.
I got lucky with the fact that Dawson came out so badass, and knew right away that I wanted to play him. So I'm pretty content with the character I have now, and then the fact that I play Meek on the side. So I don't know if there's a character that I would want designed especially for me right now.
Hmm.
Um, I just know that I wanted to see what Sakura can do, and if she was any similar to four. But for now, I'm just really sticking with. I'm okay with what I have, I guess.
All right, I'm gonna run one by you. I just thought of a couple stupid characters. We got. So I sort of miss Makoto. I didn't play a ton of Makoto in four, but I sort of miss Makoto's design, and I think it was because she was a girl character that like hit like a truck. She wasn't like the typical like waifu. I want a girl character. Let's do like even like a small girl character that like gets in and does massive damage. Has like a command grab. I don't like the archetype that like I fucking hate Birdie. I don't know why I play him, but he's like fat and he like does great damage, but he moves slow. He's like such a like I liked Rufus. Rufus was cool. He's like a fat character that's like dive kicking and like the longest phrases ever. So I want like a Makoto esque, like a really small character that's like strong as fuck, or the reverse. Let's do like a big body, but not like a grappler, one that shoots like projectile, like a projectile big body, a big body that's got his I don't know, just something different. Would you play either of those? You like these shitty characters I just made up?
Interesting. I mean,
Say it,
like
Jesse. Say no. That's a terrible
no,
idea, Dre.
I don't know. You know, I tried Makoto in Third Strike. I played Third Strikes for fun, and I tried that, but I couldn't really get used to it. So I just
She's
went
so
top tier with
cool.
that.
Makoto's
I
so
went shot.
cool.
Yeah, she was badass. Yeah, yeah. I think Makoto. I couldn't stand her in four just because she gave me a really hard time. Like
Yeah.
whenever I played against Makoto, I was like, oh my god, here we go again. Like, but I think her character design is really cool. Yeah,
Who
I
didn't
like it.
give who didn't give Simba trouble in four? Like Dan was a better character in four than Dalsum. Are you ready to have this argument? Dalsum was worse than Dan. I believe that wholeheartedly.
It
Yeah,
was
the good
hard.
DP.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I don't know. I just had so much fun playing Dawson though, so I was
Didn't
always
matter.
trying to come up with new stuff, and then, but it was definitely a challenge for sure. I feel like if I went up against Shotos though, I was okay. As crazy as that sounds, like if I was going up against Ken or
That makes
Ryu,
sense.
it would make for a hype match when I played Dawson. I was like, all right, cool. Like I can get in there. I'll keep him away. I'll be fine. I'll be all right. But anybody else, yeah, like Makoto or you know, like someone who's kind of mixed up heavy, that was a problem for sure.
Man, I'm trying to remember in Street Fighter 4, didn't Shien beat Daigo with Dawson? Didn't he make like a weird switch and he like, was it
I
Capcom
think he
Cup or
did.
something? Yeah, I
Yeah, that
remember
was
watching
Capcom
that.
Cup. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like, oh shit, he's got a sim? And he's like, yeah, Sim smashes Shotos. I was like, oh shit, now I remember.
He does. Yeah, yeah. I remember because I would play at UGC, which is like an old arcade place that we used to have in SoCal. And then sometimes like the Wednesday night fights guys would come, and then it would be like Chrisitarian and Bren and Filipino Man, and then whenever I had to play Chris, I would automatically go to Dawson. I wouldn't even mess with Sakura. I was like, I have to go to Dawson. And then he's like, I hate this character. I was like, oh, I love it, man. And I was like, I'm so glad, I have this. But
Yeah.
I did think that in 4 he did really well. Yeah, he did pretty good against
Shotos.
all the shows.
Yeah, but other than that, he just got trounced. Dive kick characters, grapplers, like anything. Like even though he won the Geef matchup, it didn't feel like it's still probably like 5-5. It didn't feel like he really like won one. Like in this game, I think it's a little more decisive.
Right.
International tournaments. Yeah. So season 2 goals. How many Wednesday night fights are you gonna win this year? How many top 8s are you gonna get? Tell me what's in store for season 2.
Honestly, every time I go to Wednesday night fights, I want to get first. I don't know if I have a goal, but I always just want to win. Like every time I go, my major goal would probably just to win a major. I definitely want to win a major at some point this year. I know that's kind of up there, but I feel like now that I've been able to get top 8 at a major, which I felt was pretty difficult. There was a lot of great players there, and then to get 9th at West Coast Warzone, I feel like that's not too far.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of reach, so
It's not
I
a
definitely
fluke.
feel like possible. Yeah, I definitely feel like if I can go in there and just play my game and focus, I can win a major. But it's just gonna take me to get there. I think I just need to go and put myself in a position to succeed, and then I take it from there. But I definitely wanna see what I can do. I think I can do it.
We're gonna get Jesse winning a major next year. That's what I like to hear. This year, I keep saying next. 2017. I'm still writing the date wrong. If you guys have any questions in chat, go ahead and ask. Because I only have a couple more questions for Jesse, but I think we still have a little bit of time. Are you in a rush? Do you need to go anywhere?
Or... Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, no,
cool.
Just hanging out.
I like the cat scratching pose. Do you have cats?
Oh, you see that? Oh yeah, there's a little cat roaming around here. Yeah. Call him Mr. Kitty once.
Yeah. Somebody asked earlier, they're like, is that a cat scratching post? I'm like, yeah, it is. Let's talk about, we had Stu on last week, and I got a bunch of questions about his hair, so you know what we're talking about now. We got to talk about your beard. You're an 09er.
All right.
You started playing in 2009.
I knew this was going to happen. All right.
How do we not? We have to. Does the beard predate? I had a pretty wicked beard. The problem with my complexion is I look really terroristy, right? With a beard. Like, it takes me forever to get on an airplane, and, like, you're, like, a light brown, so you're, like, not...
But you see, I was still worried about that too. They were like, Jess, you better trim that beard before you go to New York because they're going to stop you right at the
Take
gate.
your shoes
off.
off.
Really? Like, they were telling me, they were warning me. I was like, man. But I'm like, I sound pretty American. Like, I don't think I'm going to be, they're like, I don't know, Jess. Like, they're going to profile you. I'm like, we'll see. So.
Yep. When I went to Scotland, when they flew me out, I had a pretty epic beard. And, of course, they like... I don't want to say detained. That's really not the right word. They like pulled me aside and they like opened my bag and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "It's a fight stick." And they're like, "Why does it have these buttons? What are you doing with this dubious beard and this obvious explosive device?" And I'm like, "I swear I'm here to play video games." And they're like, "That doesn't make any sense. That's probably even worse. Why are you in Scotland to play video games?" Anyways, so yeah, dubious beard. How old is the beard? Did you Street Fighter 4 2009? Does the beard predate that? Is it after that?
Yeah, I think it started. No, I back in 2009, I had like short hair and no beard, and now I have long hair, full beard. But at one point, it was longer than this. Now this is definitely more trimmed. Like I'm trying to keep it a little more classy, I guess. I mean, it's still there, but it's a little more tamed. I think if you go back to like earlier last year, it was just like out here. It was kind of gnarly, like kind of crazy, like where I'm just a character, like it was just.
You might be in season 2.
It's a little more tame now, yeah.
The big beard, that should be a season 2 character. The like gnarly beard, Jesse. Yeah, yoga practitioner, just.
It's just like no beard. Face, all beard. Yeah.
Long hair, long beard. It from the Adams Family.
Yeah.
Um, so how long does it take? How long if a viewer wants to grow a beard as epic as yours? How much time do they need to put in? You put a lot of oils in that. You trim it often. Tell us the
Oh man,
secrets.
yeah. See, and now I put a little more product in there. I put like some beard oil, like comb it, and then I'll put like some beard shampoo. Like I put a special beard shampoo I got from a beard website. I could put it in there for
Oh
like the
shit.
skin, lathered in there. Yeah, man. I try to do more beard maintenance. I think when I first got it, I was kind of a scrub. I didn't really know what to do. I was just like, I have a long beard, isn't that enough? But now it's like, I'm like, okay, I gotta comb it out a little bit. I gotta, put some beard oil, give it a little bit of shine, stuff like that. So I'm a little more aware now.
So the one of the questions that I had from a viewer question, and then the chat is like exploded about is a beard match. So last week we asked Stupendous about a hair. I don't know why Spawnavad is a reoccurring question, but the Spawnavad hair. Stupendous shaves if he loses. Spawnavad trims his beard. Would he be interested in that? And he said no. The only way I'm shaving my head is if I win like a major, right? He said I'm keeping this hair. Have you seen his cornrows?
Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter. That was crazy. I was like, "What? Who is this guy?" Like, I didn't even. I had to do a double take. I was like, "That's Stu." Like, what?
Whoever he
It
is,
looked pretty good though. He pulled it off, but
it
I was
looks
just
really
like,
good.
I was like, "What?" Like, I didn't know. I actually did a double take. Like, I was like, "Is that really him?" And then
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It was just it caught me off guard. Yeah.
Whoever this new Stupendous is, I'd buy his album. Like whatever the album is, it's probably R&B. I'd definitely pick it up. I'd pick up that
Hottest
R&B.
album of 2017 for sure.
Yes, yo, Stupac Shakur. I'd buy that. I'd buy that
Yeah,
album.
put some fire emojis on there. You know? Like
So the Spawnavad beard match. Would you do a beard money match, or would you shave it in a mirror? I'm sorry. If you won a major, would you shave? If would you do a Spawnavad beard match? Maybe it's like for a good cause, like little kids get I don't know donation to the
Oh, that
hospital.
sounds like a nice thing to do, actually. Yeah, that sounds like a nice thing. Yeah, like when they cut all their hair for
Yeah, yeah.
for charity. That sounds like a nice thing. I would probably do something like that, but I would probably have to grow it out really long before I go and cut something like that. But honestly, if I won a major, I'd probably cut it. Honestly, that's pretty big.
I'd be
That's
hyped.
pretty big. It's a pretty big impact right there. That's worthy, I think, of me being able to get rid of this guy.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I don't know how you would get the weapon there, but I think you should bring like a machete or something, and like after you win, you're just like and you like throw the beard into the crowd. It'd be epic.
yeah, I gotta do it all rugged, just one slice, slow,
Yeah, we gotta get you. We
and
gotta
then,
get the.
that'd be something.
Yeah, the one slice would be fantastic. Jesse has an alpha male beard. Spanavada has a beta beard. Guys, please. Okay, so Livingston said, can you ask Jesse what are some? I don't know if you know my boy Livingston. He's always wearing a Panda Global hoodie. He's like, I don't know. He's like semi-sponsored by them. He's on like a trail period. Anyway, he's a really good lore player. He was kicking it with Tim, the bearded guy from Colorado at SCR. But he said to ask Jesse, what are some pointers for people picking up Sim? So like maybe you're new to Sim or you want to try him out in season 2. What would you recommend for new characters?
How like
New
what,
players,
what would I
excuse me.
recommend for
Yeah, yeah. Like, how do
how
I?
to play something?
I want to play Sim, and I don't know how. Like, I'm not. I told you I'm not real smart. Like, I don't know how to play defensive or keep people out. Like, what do I do? How do I Sim?
I think a big part of Sim's game, especially at the beginning, is just knowing how to be patient. A lot of times he doesn't play the same as a lot of characters because he's meant to kind of keep you away and pick right normals. But I think my advice would just be to be very patient. Just give it some time. I know some people get frustrated when they're starting to play Sim and they don't know, they're not familiar with the kind of keep out style.
My
But
man.
it can be a lot more fun than you think. So I would just definitely stay patient. Try to hold your ground a lot when you're playing Dawson. Realize what your buttons do. Like your back strong, your crouching strong, all your anti-airs. Be familiar with your options. And then once you're able to kind of solidify your ground, I think from there you could probably start trying to look for offense and trying to look for ways that you can get in as Dawson, and then you can start to open up your game a little bit.
Yeah. So
I guess
I was just gonna say that it seems like players kind of take the opposite approach. They're like, how do I get damage? Which is, I think obviously you like want to win, so you want to get damage, but it's so much more important to learn defense, right? Like offense is sort of the same thing, but defensively you have to play against every character different. You got to learn each different matchup, and like you said, each different anti-air situational. So defense probably a lot more important for a sim player to pick up.
yeah, it's like that saying, offense wins games, but defense wins championships. You want to have solid ground. Like you don't want to be just all flash. Like you got to have that substance. You got to have that rock. Like nothing can get past you. So as a Dawson player, I think that's really important. And I think that's why maybe some people can be like cocky, like, you know what, as a Dawson player, like you can't get past me, you know, like I'm literally putting up a wall and there's nothing you can do to like penetrate this wall. And I feel like once you've established that, people are like, oh my gosh, you know, it's so hard to get in on them. They don't expect you to go in on them.
Right.
And it becomes like this mind game, you know?
Now you're in their head. They've been trying to get in, and then they're getting blown up inside. So I do have a couple questions.
You're picking people apart, yeah.
I do have a couple questions about fighting Dalsum personally, but I want to give a shout out to Perspective 3 months in a row. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. So fighting Dalsum, I know that his V trigger got buffed, so now you can't V reversal it, or you can sometimes, or how does that work? What happened with that change? I feel like I still don't understand.
Yeah, I think the carpet's supposed to stay out no matter what V reversal comes out now. But I did see footage of how someone did. I think Arturo tried to say it to Street Fighter, to that, like, I guess to an extent where he tried to slide V trigger and it still got canceled out for some reason. So
yeah,
they're saying that that's not supposed to happen anymore. But for what I know, as far as I'm concerned, it always stays out. At least from everything that I've tried and all the times I've played season 2 so far, it hasn't gone away. So every time I've slid or activated into it, it's stayed out. So that's what it should do.
So mostly it's good. Art may have found a glitch, but you haven't experienced it, you're saying?
Yeah. There's probably a glitch in there that maybe needs to be fixed. But as far as I'm concerned, it's been okay.
A lot of fans in the chat. Yo, Jesse, Commander Jesse, do it. Commander Jesse, do it. Man, I was going to ask you, money matches. Are there any money matches or grudge matches? Would you love to take some games and money away from people? Is it like low tier god loves losing money matches? Do you have a low tier god that you want to pick on, or who would you like to play?
You know, I don't usually do money matches. I don't know. I just kind of like to play people. Like if I have to, like I'll try to play a money match against someone that I never get to play just for the experience. So I'll be like, oh my god, look, it's Daigo. Like, oh, you know what? I know I might lose, but I want to play Daigo, so I'll pay like $20, $30 to run like a first to 3, first to 5, whatever, so that I can learn a lot playing against Daigo. The matches I have played though, I think they set up a me and Vi a grudge match one time at one of my fights.
Because he's always picking on you?
Yeah, no. I think they were trying to set it up where like, because it was at a point where he was just stopping me from winning. Like it was literally like Jesse and Vi grand finals. Like it was, and I was just taking second. And then I beat him at KO Gaming Lounge at some tournament. I think I won like 6 straight. So they're like, "Oh, there's something going on here." So they set it up where me and Vi played a first of 5 before Wednesday night fights, and I think it's like on YouTube or something. People can like check it out. And then I won that. So that was like the one time I was like in a grudge match. And then there was another time, I think it's Street Fighter 4, where me and Thrill House, he's an Ibuki player from Street Fighter 4, we had a Christmas sweater match party. So he was literally, we were both wearing Christmas sweaters, and he was like, if you lose, you have to take off your sweater for the rest of the night. And I was like, all right, you lose, you got to hold that too. And he's like, all right. And then I finally beat him. So he had to he was
Is he just walking around naked? Is he just shirtless all the time?
No, he just had to take his sweater off. He had a shirt underneath, but it was cold that day. I guess it was like cold at night inside the arena. And then I just saw him later on throughout the night, just kind of in the corner, I was like, hey man, you asked for this.
Like, you didn't let that man put his shirt on? You made him stay shirtless?
Like, hey man, it was your idea, dude. I guess no Christmas sweater for you, but he was cool dude. It was fun. I would have done it too.
You got to do the option select and have multiple Christmas sweaters on. That way, every time you use, you're like, so what? I'm not anyway.
That's the mind game right there. You got layers.
Yeah, you're like, here, hold this for me. Got another question in chat. Again, if you guys have questions, please plug them now before we shut this thing down. But a great question. Man, myself and a lot of other players, so like Fang players, I'm gonna say Alex players, I'm not gonna say Brady players, they're kind of divided, but a lot of people feel like their character got unnecessarily nerfed or other characters got over buffed and they're not ready for the Capcom Pro Tour. I know you're it sounds like you're content with where Dalsum is. Do you think they should do another patch before the Capcom Pro Tour, or you think it's good the way it is? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I still think it's a little early to tell about where the line needs to be drawn. I think as Dalsum, for me personally, I feel like I'm still trying to discover what my character is truly capable of. I know that I feel as for now that he's more of a zoner and he's meant to play more of a classic Dalsum style, but I'm still kind of discovering things myself, and I don't know if it needs another patch. I know that there's some characters that seem pretty strong to me, I just played the one Urian the other day at Wednesday Night Fights, and I was like, oh wow, like he just feels a little scarier, you know. But I don't have a full enough experience to be like, okay, this is ridiculous. Like this guy needs to be nerfed. So as far as I'm concerned right now, I think it's okay. I just think maybe the game needs to go on for a little bit longer before we can actually say like this definitely needs to be changed.
You're 100% right. And I find myself in the wrong side of it, whereas, like, I'm always complaining about my character when I know, like, as a season, I've been playing fighting games since 2001. I know I need to shut up and play, but it's just, it's so easy in this day and age where, like, we get updates and patches and patch notes. I'm like,
Constantly.
yeah, yeah. But it's
And we
like,
express our opinions all the time too. People are very quick to be like, you know what, this is the way it is. I'm not comfortable with this. Nerf this, buff this.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm still trying to catch up. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what's what's going on here. But I just tried to make the best of it with Dawson in season 1, and luckily I was able to do that. And hopefully, with the buffs that he got in this season, I'll be able to do a little better.
Another question in chat. They were asking about best awesome in the world. So, like, for my buck, you're the best awesome in the world. But who your top 5, your top 3, and how high up are you on that leaderboard? Who's the best awesome? Give me.
Uh,
Is it Commander Jesse?
I think I'm up there. Actually, not to sound like arrogant or cocky, but I think I'm definitely one of the better Dawsons in the nation. I think in the world there's some good Dawsons, like I was saying earlier. Mr. Crimson from Europe, he's a really great player. Mochi doesn't really come out as much. A great Dawson from Japan. Save, another great Dawson from Korea. But I definitely think that I'm up there. I think I'm a good Dawson player. I think I'm a smart player. I think I can adjust well. And
Top 5, top
um,
3, top 10? Gun to your head. How good are you?
I don't know.
Do it.
I
Say
don't
it,
know. I
Jesse.
don't want to be that guy.
Say it.
Uh,
Do you want me to show you how? Hey, chat, I'm the best birdie in the world. And I know there's only 7 birdies, but out of those 7, I'm better. Coach Steve, nope. Who else? Alucard
well,
doesn't even play birdie. Oh no,
what about
XYZZY.
XYZZY?
Sorry. XYZZY is the king. I'll take the silver medal.
Like, man, dude, you got to go to more tournaments. Right? I'll
No,
stick
I'd win
around,
them
buddy.
all. I would win them all.
I'll
I
stick
just,
around.
I'm just too good.
Yeah,
Um, somebody said, "Is Brent really cool?"
he actually is a cool dude.
Is he the coolest guy?
If you ever meet that, yeah, he's a really cool dude. Yeah, if you actually meet that, like that's actually the way I would describe him. If I just met him, I'd be like, he's a cool dude, man. Like it's funny because it's weird. Yeah, he actually is a cool guy.
I played a set with him and he was beating me up a little bit, but it was like Mika Ryu. We were both playing secondaries, and he was nice in chat. I mean, he seems cool. We always make fun of him. We always like Brent is not cool. Brent is Jewish. We do the dumbest thing. It's just his nickname. There's nothing wrong with the guy. It's just if your name is Brent is cool and you're like over the age of 15, you're gonna get teased.
Man,
Ask Jesse if Brent really belongs in the Trinity. How good are those guys? The Trinity? They're pretty godlike, right?
yeah, Chris and Julio and Brent, they're very good. They started playing early and they understood what Ken needed to be, what Ken needed to do to win. And Chris is just an amazing player. He's really clutch too. It's amazing. I'm always surprised at how clutch of a player he is. Like I know people discuss like how great a player he is in general, but he's also super clutch. Like in just big moments, like when he's down, he finds a way to come back. He's just I don't know. He's a very good player.
Um, how does Jesse feel about mentoring those aspiring to be in the FGC? What's the number one pro tip in Commander Jesse's mind? So yeah, a lot of people want to play video games and make money or at least win consistently. How do you feel about mentors? Do you mentor the Dawson kids, and do you have advice? Number one pro tip for people watching?
Yeah, I try to give advice to anyone who has any questions or people who come up to me and people who like just look lost. I always just try to say like if you need help with anything, don't feel threatened to ask anybody. Like I know sometimes when you go somewhere you haven't been, like maybe you're just used to playing online and you're not used to going to tournaments offline. It could be a little intimidating at first, but if you're showing that you actually want to improve and other people can tell, because people can tell when you're hungry, they can tell when you want to get better at something. If they can see the fire in you, they're willing to help you get better. Like I'm always willing to try to help someone if they have any questions, just in a matchup or just in general. I just give them my best advice. So I would always say like just don't be afraid to ask questions, and also like playing online helps a lot in terms of like getting matchups under your belt. Like sometimes you can't just go and play someone offline that you need that Urian experience with. Like sometimes you do just need to go online and try to find someone who plays it and message them, be like, hey, can we run some sets? And that's what I find myself doing usually. Like I'll just try to like run sets with people as often as possible, and then I learn a lot through just running sets with someone.
And reaching
Not
out, like you
necessarily,
said.
yeah, not necessarily always ranked. Yeah, like I'll just go and play sets, and then I'll learn a lot that way.
Definitely helps you with bad matchups, long sets, and like you said, why not reach out in person or online? Why, if you want to get better, definitely reach out. Um, I had a question, and I think we'll probably close with this, but like Twitch, when are we going to see your live stream on Twitch? And do you watch Twitch at all? There was a podcast, and it's really funny because I saw you lurking. I was like, it's Commander Jesse. And then somebody messaged me and was like, hey, I DM'd Commander Jesse, and he said he'd do the podcast. I was like, fucking sick. That'd be great. Do you watch a lot of Twitch? Do you watch streams at all, or?
Also, I want to say I really appreciate you having me on the show. I did catch when you were talking to Shen, and Shen is a dope dude. I met him in Brooklyn Beatdown, and I was like, man, this guy is really cool. And then he's like, I know who you are. I was like, I know who you are. Senpai. Like I was like, it was that guy is so dope. Like I was like, Shen is such a cool dude. Like that's how I tuned in. I was like, oh shit, Shen. And then I was like watching. I was like, man, this show's kind of dope. And then that's when I got hit up, and then now I'm here. But I just want to say thanks for having me.
Thank you. No. Thank you for sharing your time with us. We really appreciate it. Yeah, the Shin, that shit blows my mind. Like even when like I hang out with Justin in his Discord and kick it, and I sort of know him. And when I see him at tournaments, we say hi or whatever. But like, and I've met Sheehan in the tournament in Scotland. I met Sheehan, but like that dude blows my mind. He's so smart, so articulate, so cool, so humble. Like that was my favorite podcast we've done. So I'm glad you got to catch that one. There's been some other ones that are real thuggery. So I'm glad you got to catch a good one. You come in here for the other podcast, you're like, I don't know if I want to be on that show, but no, definitely thank you for your time. Are there back to the question though?
Right.
Don't thank me, thank you. But are there other Twitch streams you watch? Do you Twitch at all? Do you ever watch streams or only tournaments?
Yeah, no, I definitely try to watch streams when I can. I'll watch a lot of like just the obvious main streams. Like I'm like following Level Up Live. I follow Capcom Fighters, all the main ones. Mm-hmm. And then I'll just kind of pop in here and there and try to watch what's going on. Sometimes I see Stupendous streaming, and I'll watch his stream. And then I've seen your stream a couple times. And then I don't know. I just kind of pop in here and there. I don't watch all the time, but when I do, I always just like I'll put Street Fighter. I'll see what streams are going. I'm like, what's going on here? And then I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But I want to start streaming myself. Hopefully,
that was my follow-up question.
Yeah. I think I need to get a little bit better internet in my house first, and then once I get that going, then I definitely want to start streaming and have a place where people can come and hang out, and I can play, and then maybe take some advice. I can give some advice, and I'd love to hang out with people and play.
I think you'd be,
and then not just Street Fighter also. Like I play other games with friends. Like
that's
I play Overwatch, and I'll play like Star Wars, and it's just fun. Like me and my friends are just. It's like I get hype about stuff. Like I'm not super technical when it comes to like some of the games, but I just get very hyped. So I think it'd be fun to kind of just watch and like when we're having a close match or something like that.
Based on this podcast, I think you would be a tremendous streamer. It's your ability to carry a conversation about anything, right? And you're able to do that. You're just like replying to everything. You're super, super funny and engaging. So I think you would have a fantastic stream. What's your internet like? Is it bad?
I heard that it needs to be 5 and 5, right? It needs to be 5 up, 5 down. It's worse than that. So
what are you?
It's worse than that. So I have to go like I have to go.
Are you on Net Zero? Are you on AOL? How do you have less than 5 and 5?
I'm like AT&T. Like it's bad, dude. It's just bad. So I need to fix that first, and then I'll start streaming and then get that going. But meanwhile, yeah, I'll just be going to Wednesday fights, competing, going to majors. But I definitely want to get a stream going. If people are down to hang out, that'd be awesome.
No, we'll bring the viewers through. When you start streaming, we'll bring the viewers through. And of course, if you have any like tech questions or internet questions, hit me up, DM me. I'll help you with the stream. I'd love to get your shit off the ground. Yeah, man. What other games did you say you played? You Overwatch.
Well, me and my friends we play Overwatch a lot. And then when I first got the PS4, we were playing a lot of Battlefront because it came with the game.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, these graphics are amazing. So I was playing Battlefront, and we were just having a good time. So I used to be really into shooters. I used to play Halo 2, like religiously. Before I got into Street Fighter, that was like my game. Like I wish I went to MLG events. That's one thing I always regretted. So that's why I think I reinforced the issue with 5. I think that's why I tell people go to offline tournaments, like attend those tournaments. Like it just makes you more involved and it makes you have more fun with the game. So when I played Halo 2, I was just an online monster. I was always playing, and I got addicted to Halo 2. I was just playing all the time. So I play all different kinds of games. So I would definitely play Street Fighter 5 mainly, but I would definitely mess around with other games.
It would be cool. It would be fantastic to watch your stream. I want to shout out a fan, Swole as Fuck. I know he watches Wednesday Night Fights every week. He says, Commander Jesse, Jesus Christ, Commander fucking Jesse, who am I, Commander Jesse? Hold on, he's going crazy. On the goddamn screen, Swole as Fuck is a huge fan. He said he bets your beard is soft. A lot of people are huge fans. The Wednesday night fight thing, it definitely like vaults you. I think so. There's this thing where it's kind of hard being a streamer, especially like I'm in Colorado and there's no scene. Like I go to locals, and if I win, it's like, oh, you won a Colorado local, and if I get like fifth, people are like, oh, you can't even win a Colorado. So it's like there's no way. Like I'm the biggest streamer in Colorado, so there's not. Yeah, but for you, not only is it like a springboard for your stream, people are already familiar with you. You already have huge fans in my stream and others. So I really hope you get into streaming. And like I said, if you need any help with that, anything at all, please don't hesitate to ask. It's been fantastic having you on the stream. Do you want to plug anything? We got to get you a sponsor. Please hit this man up. You're on Twitter, Commander Jesse. Is it underscore? It's CMDR underscore Jesse.
Yeah, you can find mostly on Twitter. It's a CMDR underscore JESSE. Okay. And that's my Twitter. And then my Facebook is Jesse Espinoza. And then I have an Instagram too, where I do like little iPhoneography or whatever. But yeah.
You do what? Hold on. What's on your Instagram?
I have to take pictures and stuff. I used to do it more often, but now I kind of got away from it because I've been playing more. But I used to just go around, take pictures with my iPhone, like just for fun, like photography. So that's something else I've been kind of trying to do, like on the side. Like
how cool is that?
I got like a digital camera now, so I'm hoping to take more photos. And
majestic beard, photographer, top tier Street Fighter player. This man does it all. We've linked your Twitter in the chat. People can find your Instagram on your Twitter. No YouTube channel, nothing else we can promote when you get the
no, I don't have that yet, but I'm hoping to get all that going soon. Hopefully, once I get my stream going, and then I can have a YouTube channel where I can upload matches and be a little more engaging. I'm hoping to get all that going. But for now, it's just social media.
You got to say hello to Swole as Fuck. I guess he's already on your Instagram. He said he's so talented. He's a fucking artist. Do you want to say hello to this man, Swole as Fuck? He's going crazy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so sick. That's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I want to give a huge shout out to Commander Jesse. You're a god. I was going to invite you to play in this online tournament, but you have bad internet. Are you going to be able to play with us someday? We'd love to play some games.
Dude, I hope so. I mean, if it means me going to somewhere else and like logging on to someone else's account, yeah, I'll do what I gotta do, but I'll see. That definitely sounds like a really cool concept.
This is an interesting week. Normally, you have to play consistently and get points. If you win, so like our first winner is Brutus. He's a Canadian Zangief, and he won 1 week, so he's qualified for the finals. If you win any of the next 3 Sundays, you're qualified for the finals. So if you can just get to good internet for a Sunday, we can get you qualified, and then potentially, I mean, I have no bias. I want the best player to get sponsored, but it was really cool meeting you, and it would be an honor to have you with us on the team. So thank you so much again for your time, and hopefully we'll see you in game.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and shout out to everybody who's been supporting me from day one. I love all you guys. Thank you so much.
Jesse, have an incredible evening. Thank you again for your time. We'll see you soon.
All right, you too. Bye.
Later.